I was sentenced to do a year for not completing my probation, and I wanted to turn myself in.
Yes, sir.
My year is completed. I should be going home today, Your Honor.
You may very well be going home today.
Yes, sir.
Depends on what happens here in the next few minutes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. We again call 22-39654, the state of Texas versus Marcus Dwight Cantu, who's present with his attorney, Mr. West, and the prosecutor. Earlier, the defendant pleaded guilty in this case to this state jail felony, which is punished as though it were a third-degree felony because of paragraphs 2 and 3 prior convictions. A pre-sentence report has been prepared if the parties had an opportunity to review it. And are there any corrections or changes to it?
No, Your Honor.
Vince and State?
We've reviewed it, no changes, Judge.
All right, then it will be made a part of the record for all purposes. And here the agreement is that the defendant would be sentenced to 5 years in prison. That would be suspended. He would be placed on probation for 10 years and a fine of $500 and be released today. That's our plan.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else to add by anybody? That's what I plan to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then if nothing further from anyone, I'm going to find Mr. Cantu has pleaded guilty to paragraph 1, which is in this indictment, which is evading arrest and detention with previous convictions of evading arrest, and also pleaded true to paragraphs 2 and 3, the prior convictions of delivery of a controlled substance in 2003 and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle to state jail in 2011. Now that makes this case a state jail felony, but because of the prior convictions, it is punished as a third-degree punishment, which is no less than 2 nor more than 10 years confinement in prison. I find that the defendant has knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently pleaded guilty and true to all 3 paragraphs of the indictment. And State's Exhibit 1 supports his guilty plea and pleas of true to find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this state jail felony, punished with third-degree felony punishment. I now find you, Mr. Cantu, guilty of this state jail felony.
Yes, sir.
I am following this agreement. You were hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice prison for 5 years, a term of 5 years. However, that is suspended and you were placed on regular probation for 10 years. There is a fine of $500.
That's correct, Judge.
And there will be terms and conditions of probation, which are normal and customary. Here are the probation orders. And this court is going to sign them. You will see the probation officer who is behind you here.
So I would have to pay a court cost for this.
Yeah, and that's everybody pays
Yes,
court
yes,
costs,
sir.
everybody.
Can they give me like, see, years ago, I used to go by the White House, by Gateway, by Blockbuster, can they like?
You talk to him and we're going to make it as easy as we can.
Yes, sir.
Where do you plan to live? Are you going to,
Back at my mother address, well.
Is that on-
1380 Roberts?
1380 Roberts?
Yes, sir.
And your mom's still there and
Yes, sir.
all this, okay. What are you gonna do, like, during the day for money and to live, to
Well,
become
I
independent?
have thoughts of going back to McDonald's. I like to be
Yes,
a
sir.
maintenance worker, and I used to work in an underground
Are you
basement.
good at it?
Yes, sir. And it's
Good,
very intelligent to do, make burgers. put
yes,
the
sir.
Apple pies together and all that, and prepare the breakfast and unload.
Those
these, and,
apple
well,
pies,
Those dollar
How do
apple
you-
pies.
how do you do that on those apple
You
pies?
put them in that oven, then wait for them to come out and put them in that red box that they deliver them in. Yeah, I have thoughts of going back to the main office, like over there by Mako's or somewhere close like that is, by somewhere in Old Town, by Checkers, and see if they'll give me my job back. Yeah, I'm going to do that probably tomorrow.
Here's what's so important, though. Remember, be kind to others.
Yes, sir. I
And-
always use respect. No,
No,
no
that's-
respect.
that's
guys,
important.
Long way.
Yes, sir. That's what they say. There's really only 3 rules.
Well, that's
We
not
have
many-
all these laws, and there's really only 3 rules that apply to everyone on the planet, and that is live honestly, harm no one, and give each person their due respect.
Yes, sir.
And if we all did that,
That's how
we would be a happy planet.
Yes, sir.
But it all boils down to those three things. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Even though we have all those laws fit, every one of those laws and all these books all around fit in one, two, or three
Yes,
of
sir.
those. They
Yes,
all
sir.
fit in the same thing. So I like to try to simplify things that or seem complex when they're really not. But here's what's important too. You're no different than anybody else, Mr. Cantu.
Yes,
You
sir.
have good days and bad days.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes things don't work out
Yes, sir.
like you hope.
I agree.
The worst thing is to get angry and spiteful and strike out on people.
Yes, sir.
Don't do that.
That ain't something I do. People.
Everybody every day has problems, and you're not any different from anybody.
Yes, sir.
The trick is though to resolve those problems peacefully. And sometimes you don't win
Yes,
in
sir.
those issues, and you don't win every issue.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes both people win, sometimes one or the other wins,
Yes,
but
sir.
that's life. You pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move on and be the best you can be. And we
Amen.
all have those kinds of days.
Yes,
but
sir.
Work hard, be honest with people, and be kind to people. And also, I don't know if your drug usage here, stay away from illegal drugs,
Yes, sir.
because you don't even know what's in them
I know.
anymore.
I know.
And they'll
realize that.
And it'll make you sick, and you thought you had something, you got something, and it really was something that could possibly kill you
No,
or
yes,
make
sir.
you goofy.
Yes, sir.
So that's what you want to do is do the best you can in life, and also make your family proud of you
Yes, sir.
by your achievements.
Agree with you.
Can you do that?
Don't groom myself and shampoo my hair and stuff and get myself.
Yes, sir.
Back to a job.
Good.
Do my SS5 form.
Well, they keep me updated on the probationers. We have 5,000 people on probation at any given time. And I've told them, I want to hear good things about you,
Yes, sir.
because I'm sticking my neck out, and
Yes, sir.
I think you're worth it.
Yes, sir. I'm doing that wrong.
Good.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Cantu.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yes,
You're
God
very
bless.
welcome. You'll see the probation officer there, and you'll sign up, and then you begin probation. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr.
Yes, sir.
You're